My child, stop, right now, before you do anything else, before you scroll another inch, before your mind drifts back to the noise. Stop. Take one breath. Just one. Because what I am about to say to you in the next few moments was not placed in front of you by accident. You were not browsing and stumbling. You were being guided. You were being pulled. Something in you felt at the moment these words appeared, a warmth, a recognition, a quiet knowing that this was meant for you. That feeling is real. That pull is me. And I need you to stay right here, right now, because what I have come to say has been waiting for you for a very long time. Can you give me 1 minute? Not your whole day, not your whole strength. Just this moment, just this breath, just this small space where the world loosens its grip long enough for something true to reach you. I know how rarely that happens. I know how loud your life has been. I know how many times you felt a tug at your heart and pushed it aside and told yourself later. Maybe later. I know how many times later never came. But this moment, this exact one, is different. You feel it, don't you? Something in you is softer right now. Quieter. More open than you have been in a long time. Something in you already knows that what is happening in this moment is not ordinary. Trust that knowing. Because I arranged this. I reached into your day, into your thoughts, into the middle of everything pulling at you. And I held this moment still just for you. And what I am about to speak into your life has the power to change everything. So I ask you again, gently, but with everything in me, stay. You have been carrying something so heavy for so long that you have forgotten what it feels like to put it down. You have been surviving more than you have been living. You have been functioning more than you have been feeling. And somewhere along the way, in the middle of all the noise and the weight and the keeping everything together, you began to drift. Not all at once. Quietly, slowly, one small disconnection at a time. One moment pushed aside at a time. One soft nudge ignored at a time. You did not drift because you stopped caring. You drifted because you were tired. Because your heart had been bruised from too many hits and you did not know how much more you could take. Because surviving took everything you had, and there was nothing left for anything deeper. I saw it. I saw every moment of it. I saw the tiredness behind your eyes that you hide from everyone around you. I saw the heaviness that sits on your shoulders from the moment you wake up. I saw the emotions you keep pressing down so you can function, so you can get through the day, so you can be who everyone else needs you to be. I saw the battles you fight in complete silence while the world watches you smile and assumes you are fine. I saw the version of you that shows up for everyone, and the version of you that comes home alone and finally lets the weight drop and even then does not fully allow yourself to feel it, because feeling it all at once feels like it might break you completely. My child, you have been so close to breaking. And you have not let a single person see it. But I have seen it. Every single moment of it. And I am here right now because you were praying for something, maybe not out loud, maybe not with words you could even fully form, but somewhere deep inside you. In the place beneath the exhaustion, beneath the performance, beneath the walls you have built so carefully, you have been reaching. Reaching for relief, reaching for direction, reaching for a sign that you are not invisible, that your pain is not pointless, that something is coming, that something is changing, that the silence has not been abandonment. Those prayers reached me. Every single one of them, the ones you whispered through tears in the dark, the ones you breathed out so quietly you barely heard them yourself, the ones you prayed while shaking, while doubting, while wondering if anyone was listening at all. I heard every word. I caught every tear. And I have been preparing answers that are greater than the questions you even knew to ask. But, beloved, an answer is coming that requires you to be awake to receive it. And that is why I intervened today. That is why this moment exists. Because you were drifting. And I could not allow you to drift past what I have been preparing for your life. Let me tell you what I have been watching. I have been watching you hold yourself together with trembling hands. I have been watching you push through days that should have broken you, days that would have broken most people. And you kept moving. You kept showing up. You kept giving when you were empty. Kept being strong when you were collapsing inside. Kept saying you were fine when the truth was that you were struggling in ways you did not know how to name. You thought you were hiding it. You thought no one could see it. But I saw every single second of it. I saw the heartbreak that cracked you open in ways you still have not fully recovered from. The moment when someone you trusted broke something inside you that has never quite healed. The moment when someone you loved walked away and you watched them go, and you told yourself you were okay and you were not okay. Not even close. I saw how that wound changed you. I saw how it made you tighten your heart, how it made you build walls that were meant to protect you, but ended up locking out the very things your soul needed most. I saw how you learned to expect less, so you would not be hurt by the gap between what you hoped for and what arrived. I saw how disappointment piled on top of disappointment until hoping felt dangerous, until wanting things felt like a risk you could not afford. I saw the exhaustion. Not the kind that sleep fixes. The deeper kind. The kind that lives in your bones and your spirit. The exhaustion of being the strong one for everyone around you, while screaming for someone to be strong for you just once. The exhaustion of pouring from a cup that has been empty for longer than you want to admit. The exhaustion of needing to be held and never asking for it. The exhaustion of watching other people receive what you have been praying for while you stand in the same place, still waiting, still believing, still trying to keep the flame of hope alive when everything around it keeps trying to put it out. I saw the loneliness. The kind that does not disappear in a crowd. The kind that follows you into rooms full of people and sits beside you at tables full of conversation. The kind that whispers that no one truly sees you, no one truly knows what you carry, no one would stay if they knew the full truth of everything you feel. I saw the nights when the loneliness was so loud you could hear it in the silence of your own room. I saw the moments when you looked around and wondered what it would be like for someone to just understand without you having to explain. To just be present without you having to earn it. To just stay without conditions. I saw how much your heart ached for that. And I want you to know I saw it, and I never once called it weakness. I called it human. I called it beautiful. I called it evidence of the enormous capacity for love that I placed inside you. You do not ache for connection because something is wrong with you. You ache for it because you were made for it. I saw the fear. The fear that wraps itself around your chest at 3 a.m. when everything is quiet and your mind will not stop. The fear that asks, what if nothing ever changes? What if I have already missed it? What if I am too late? What if the best is behind me and I did not even recognize it when it was here? What if I keep trying and keep failing and keep going and it still is not enough? I heard those fears. I held every single one of them. And I want to look you in the eyes right now, through every word of this moment, and tell you those fears are lying to you. Every last one of them. I saw the numbness. The quiet, terrifying season when you stopped feeling joy, or grief, or hope, or much of anything at all, and you just existed. Moving through your days like a person going through motions. Present in body, but somewhere far away in spirit. You knew something was wrong, but you did not have the energy to fix it. You told yourself it was just a phase, just tiredness, just life. But I knew what it really was. It was your heart protecting itself the only way it knew how. Shutting down, feeling to shut out pain. It was not weakness. It was survival. And I never moved further from you in those seasons. I moved closer. I held your spirit together from the inside when everything on the outside was going quiet. I saw every tear you cried in private. Every time you turned your face into your pillow so no one would hear. Every time you stood in the shower and let the water mask the sound of something breaking loose inside you. Every time you wiped your eyes quickly before walking back into the world. Every time you swallowed pain in the middle of a conversation so no one would ask why your voice changed. Every single tear was witnessed. Not one fell without my hand catching it. Not one was wasted. Every tear you have ever cried has been held in heaven as something precious, as evidence of a heart that is still soft enough to feel, still brave enough to love in a world that keeps giving it reasons not to. And every morning when you opened your eyes and felt the weight before the day even started, I was already there. I was beside you when your chest tightened before your feet hit the floor. I was beside you when you breathed in deeply, trying to collect yourself before the world required things of you. I was beside you through every day that felt like walking into a war zone you never enlisted for. I was carrying parts of you that you did not even know needed carrying. There were days you made it through that should have finished you. There were moments the darkness came close enough to swallow you and it did not. That was me. That was my hand holding the line. You thought you survived on your own strength. The truth is, I was your strength when yours ran out, which was more often than you know. Now, my beloved child, let me tell you what none of this means. It does not mean you are cursed. It does not mean you are forgotten. It does not mean you did something wrong, or that I am disappointed in you, or that the life you have been dreaming of was never real. Every hard thing you have walked through, every door that closed, every person who left, every delay that stretched past what you thought you could endure, none of it was punishment. Every single one was preparation. Every single one was protection. Every single one was my hand redirecting you away from what would have diminished you and toward what will fulfill you completely. The door that closed was not rejection. It was redirection to something so much better that if you had walked through that door you prayed so hard for, you would have settled for a room when I was building you a kingdom. The person who left was not proof that you are unlovable. It was my clearing of space for someone whose love will not leave you guessing, will not make you earn it, will not disappear when you need it most. The delay you have been living through is not evidence that your breakthrough is not coming. It is evidence that what is coming is significant enough to require this level of preparation. Small things arrive quickly. The things that change everything take time to build. I need you to hear this next part with everything you have. The season is shifting. Right now. Not in some distant future. Not when you finally feel ready, or finally become good enough, or finally figure everything out. Now, the ground beneath your life is beginning to move in ways you cannot yet see, but will very soon feel. The things that have been locked are being unlocked. The things that have been held back are being released. The answers you prayed for in your most desperate moments are moving toward you with a momentum that nothing can stop. The people who belong in your next chapter are being positioned. The provision you need is being prepared. The healing you have been desperate for is being poured out over your life right now in this very moment. But let me give you what you need to carry into this new season. These are not suggestions. These are instructions from the Father who loves you and knows exactly what you need. The first instruction: return to honesty with me in prayer. Not performance. Not perfect words. Just truth. Come to me the way you would come to someone who already knows everything and loves you anyway, because that is exactly who I am. Tell me the real things. Tell me you are tired. Tell me you are scared. Tell me you do not know how much longer you can hold on. Tell me about the anger and the grief and the confusion and the hope you are afraid to fully feel. I can handle every word of it. And the more honest you are with me, the more clearly you will begin to hear me speak back. Build this practice daily, even 10 minutes, even walking to your car. Honest, real, unpolished conversation. Watch what begins to open. The second instruction: release what you have been holding. The unforgiveness you have been carrying toward people who hurt you is not protecting you. It is costing you. I am not asking you to say what they did was acceptable. It was not. I am asking you to put down the weight of it, because that weight is living in your body, and your spirit, and your future. Forgiveness is not for them. It is your freedom. Choose it. Even if you have to choose it 100 times before it feels real. The decision of the will comes before the feeling follows. The third instruction: change what you say to yourself every single morning. Before the world tells you who you are, tell yourself what I say. I say you are chosen. I say you are loved without condition. I say you are not behind, not forgotten, not too late, not too broken. I say your best days are ahead of you and not behind you. Speak this out loud. Put it where you will see it. Say it on the days it feels true and especially on the days it does not. Your inner voice is either building your future or dismantling it. Give it the right material. The fourth instruction: take one step today toward the thing you have been afraid to move toward. 1. Not a perfect step. Not a brave step. Just a step. Movement matters. Faith without movement stays in your head. I meet you in the moving. I cannot steer a parked life. So move. Even slightly. Even imperfectly. Take the step and watch me meet you in it. The fifth instruction: begin thanking me for what has not yet arrived. I know this feels like pretending. It is not. Gratitude for the unseen is one of the most powerful forces available to you. It declares that you trust my character more than your circumstances. It aligns your spirit with the reality that already exists in the unseen realm before it has broken through into the visible world. Thank me for the breakthrough. Thank me for the provision. Thank me for the healing. Thank me for the relationships. Do this daily, and watch how your perception of your season completely transforms. The sixth instruction: guard what I have placed inside you. Stop sharing your vision with people who do not have the faith to hold it. Your dream is a seed. Seeds do not survive every environment. Some people will crush what you are carrying with the best of intentions and the least of understanding. Find the people who carry faith at the same level as your calling. Protect the garden of your destiny. Not everything sacred is meant to be exposed before it is strong enough to withstand scrutiny. My precious child, you came into this moment exhausted. You came in carrying things that have been on your back for too long. You came in with walls around your heart and questions in your spirit, and a hope that had been thinned by too many hard seasons. And I came into this moment to tell you that the tired season is ending. The drifting is over. The silence is breaking. The answer you prayed for when you were shaking and alone and did not believe heaven could hear you, that answer has your name on it, and it is almost here. You are not forgotten. You are not invisible. You are not cursed or stuck or too far gone. You are chosen. You were chosen before you were formed. You were chosen in your weakness as much as in your strength. You were chosen in your breaking as much as in your building. You are chosen by God, and that choosing is permanent, unconditional, and absolutely unshakable by anything this world has thrown at you or will ever throw at you. Look at what you have survived. Look at who you still are after everything that tried to undo you. That is not luck. That is the hand of God on a life He refuses to let go of. And I am not letting go now. I am not letting go ever. I am with you all the way through this, all the way to the other side of this, and into everything waiting for you there, things more beautiful than what you have lost, more fulfilling than what you have been waiting for, more real than anything you have been afraid to hope for. The chosen by God community exists for people like you, the ones in the waiting, the ones who are tired but still reaching, the ones who need to hear the truth one more time. If this message found you today, subscribe and turn on notifications, because I have more for you every single week. And share this right now with someone who is carrying what you have been carrying. Be the reason someone else hears the truth today. If you received this message, type Amen in the comments. Type it as a declaration. Type it as the moment something shifted. Type it as the day you stopped drifting and started receiving. You are loved. You are seen. You are chosen. Now walk like it.